Hi guys, welcome back to the channel.
Howdy.
We have a funny story for y'all today. So Wiley was like, hey honey, I want to take you on a date. And I was like, okay. It's been like 4 years since we've been on a date. So I was like, well, what do I wear? And he said, put on your best dirty clothes and your dancing boots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're going dumpster diving.
It is true. We did go dumpster diving.
We went dumpster diving, guys. Check out this payload.
So, if you've been paying attention, then you can see our rock wall over there, which now I guess we're showing that use the door too. But
yeah,
oh yeah, hide the door. We don't want to show them that yet. So anyway, we're going to take you over there, and we're going to show you what we're using these glass bottles for. But first, we're going to kind of show you what the glass bottles are that we got. We found quite a few.
Found a lot. I think we're at least, we'll definitely get this wall done, and we may have enough to do the other side also.
Yeah, we'll see.
So, yeah.
We're going to have to get creative with it, but
right.
I think that's what we do best, right?
Right.
Get creative?
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah, let's show you guys what we got.
Check it out, guys. So the bad thing is, of course, you know, at the local pubs, their cheapest beer is usually, you know, brown bottles. So it's not going to be real super colorful, which, you know, just is what it is.
We were hoping to get more clear or blue or green.
Blue and green, and yeah, I mean, it would have been cool to have multiple colors, but hey, it is what it is. Now, we did get some really nice, like, Crown bottles.
Jose Cuervo. We have a Maker's Mark bottle in here.
Maker's Mark.
This is not sponsored video, y'all.
Yeah, no.
None of them are paying us to say this.
You know, some really nice big clear bottles, which are going to be awesome. I have a very good idea for those.
Yes.
We do have some, you know, some clear, not quite as many of these as I would like, but we did. But I mean, we got a
lot.
Pretty good haul, guys.
Of course, it smells like a bar.
Yeah.
Standing right here next to these tubs, but
Sure enough.
So we've also got some bad news, huh, Wiley?
Oh yeah.
Before we move on to the next thing and tell you about our plans, but we were going to take trash cans and drop them off at these bars, and they were going to put bottles in them for us. But we had to change our plans, which, I mean, we're pretty used to anyway.
Yesterday, me and Mikey went down to Waldron and installed a well pump for one of my followers. He actually seen us in a store down there here a while back, and he was like, hey, you know, I watch your channel, and, you know, this is what I got going on, and would you be interested in coming over and looking at it? So we did.
Yeah.
And so had a little side job yesterday, went down and done that, installed that for him. And on our way back, we was driving the Suburban, and on our way back, the rear end decided to give up in the Suburban. So we have major issues with the rear end in the Suburban. I have got to find a place to get it where I can get it jacked up, get under there, get it tore apart, figure out if I'm going to have to replace the complete rear end or whether I can just replace the pinion and the ring gear and all that good stuff.
Fingers crossed it's nothing too major.
Well, it's major no matter what.
Well,
but
too expensive then.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, either way, you're looking probably pretty darn close to the same price, whether we buy a complete, full, used rear end or we buy new parts to fix this one. You're probably going to be looking at pretty close to the same thing no matter what, which is going to be not cheap. But yeah, I mean, well, we'll just have to tear it apart, see what all it's going to involve, see if it messed up the housing on the rear end. If it didn't mess up the housing, then we'll probably just buy the new parts to fix this one. But yeah.
So our car's down for, we don't know how long.
The only thing we have that can carry the whole family is down. And we have no idea.
So we're not going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we had to take Wiley's truck, the Hillbilly Hauler, Stitch. Go check that video out on Working with Wiley if you haven't. It's the build video on this truck's pretty awesome. Yeah. This thing can haul anything but groceries.
Hey, it hauled a couple of pieces of meat back home a while ago.
Oh, right, it did.
Yeah, you can't say that anymore.
We had 2 bags of groceries in between us in the front seat. So we put these totes back here with lids. That way, I had to clean a bunch of stuff out of these so that we could use them for this, but they worked out pretty good.
Yeah, they did.
I'm probably never going to get the bar smell out of them.
Probably not.
But yeah, so that was a pretty dirty job today, guys.
Yeah. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yes.
I should have recorded it because we had some pretty dirty jokes, too. But anyway, let's move on and talk about, let's kind of give you guys an idea of our plan for this. I might try to, I don't know how I would do that. Maybe we could draw a picture. Do you think we could draw a picture?
I don't want to go into too much detail.
Okay.
I want them to wait to see it up.
Because honestly, we could tell you one thing and then something completely different.
It would wind up changing anyway.
So
right.
If we get you excited about one thing, you might be disappointed when we don't do it exactly how we thought we would. Anywho, so I'm going to pause this and we're going to go over there and we're going to kind of give you guys an idea of what we are going to be working on.
Yep.
Yeah. And what the plan we have for these bottles. So this might become a regular thing where we're hunting for glass bottles because we're probably going to need them for when we build our actual house too.
Right.
And this is a way that we're going to let natural light in without having to buy windows. Hopefully.
We'll see.
On to the next thing. All right, I'm going to stand a little bit further or closer to the camera than Wiley so that he can tell you. Excuse our mess, y'all. We're under construction. Somebody left a comment and was like, "Is this all you guys ever do is talk anymore?" No, obviously we've been working. Okay?
Yeah.
We've been working.
Right. And obviously whoever left that comment hasn't watched our other videos because, I mean, you know, we don't always just talk.
We've been getting crap done.
There is working videos.
All right, so anyway, Wiley, explain to us kind of your plan here. So, or kind of what we have going on right now, and then what you're planning on doing with the bottles. I'm going to step a little bit
So what
away.
we have going on right now, of course, the rock wall is almost done. We're putting the wood stove on the other side of the rock wall, and the pipe will be coming out here for the exhaust. So we still have a little bit more rock to do right here to go around that pipe. But you see the square up here, that is actually going to be it's going to be covered in wood, but it's going to open during the summertime to give a breeze through here, where we have, you know, room to breathe up here. But it's going to be open, you know, it's going to be on hinges. It'll open and close. Now, for the rest of this is where the bottles are going to come into play. We're going to be stacking bottles and doing the same thing we did here with the mud in between the bottles. And so we're going to have to cut the bottles in half, put the 2 ends together so it's a cylindrical tube all the way through, so the lighting will go through into there.
Yep, hang on.
So I've researched and I've found multiple different ways to cut the glass bottles. We're going to figure out which one works best for us. And I also have some different ideas as far as putting them in here too. But the main object is, the main goal is where, you know, light will come through from this side to that side of the wall. So basically taking the place of windows, but they're just going to be little round windows, you know, or like I said, I have different ideas we're going to try, and you guys will see that as it goes. We're not 100% sure how that's all going to work out, but that's what we have planned. I want this whole area to be glass bottles as much as possible.
And mud, of course.
And mud, yeah. And then we're going to be doing the same thing. So in our other video, we was talking about building a smoker. I'm doing the same thing on this side of the door, which the smoker is going to set inside. The exhaust on the smoker is going to come through the wall and out here. And then same thing here, same concept. I'm going to have rock going over the exhaust pipe and then fill in with glass bottles up to a certain point, and we'll have an opening door up here also to help with breeze. But yes, there you go. So guys, Jen let the cat out of the bag, so we might as well just let you know what's going on.
If y'all know me very good, you know I can't keep secrets.
Explain to you a little better about what we're talking about. So, this is the door.
Let me step back so we can see it better. Okay.
As you see, we're putting grapevine across the top to make it rounded at the top. The bottom is staying square like a normal door. But we want to be able to attach rock in that round pattern so that way the rock flows across the bottom of the door and over here to this side. But I want to be able to attach the rock to the door to where it will still open and the rock just moves with it. I didn't want to have to build a step over to go in, so that's the way I'm doing that. Like I said, we're making it round up top. If you've seen that, I don't know if you've seen that when we opened it. The door is round at the top, or
ish,
arched,
rounded.
And but because of the room we had between the two trees, had I made a round door, it would only have been about this tall. And I don't think that would have been very comfortable trying to get in and out of all the time.
Yeah, we're short, but not that short.
So we had to make it, we just had to make it do what, but we're going to make it look, while everything's closed up, we're going to make it look like a hobbit hole. It's going to be round. I'm going to build this all up more. I'm going to put rock down there on the bottom once we figure that all out. And, but I guess while we are showing you the door, I'll show you the rest of it. So we found a grapevine that worked perfect. It had the right curve in it, worked perfect for a door handle here. This is how you open the door. So just a piece of wood sticking out here, you slide it back. There's the inside of the door. So the inside of the wall is going to match. It's going to look the same as the rest of our walls over there. And here's the latch.
Pretty primitive, but it works.
Very primitive, but it works perfectly. Got a slot cut in over on the other side to where it latches great. Wind's not going to blow it open, all that good stuff.
It's a heavy door.
It is a very, very heavy door. Like I said, in the video we recorded yesterday, we posted yesterday, we had to use, you know, the just store-bought hinges. I do want to find something more decorative for the door, or build something more decorative for the door if I get, you know, sheets of metal where I can actually cut it out and make it more decorative. But for now, this works. Good heavy-duty hinges. That's all we need for now, and we'll make it look better in the future. And it's still a work in progress, guys, but that's what we've got done so far.
Yeah, so we'll put out the build video, the full build video on that when we finish it.
Yeah. So that's, you know, it's all about just recording bits and pieces while we're actually working on it, and once we get done, then we'll be able to produce the full video of the actual build. Same thing on the smoker, you know, that's all. We talk about it, we, you know, tell you guys about it, but you can't produce the video until it's done.
Right, because if somebody wants to watch the video and figure out how to build a hobbit door, I mean, they're not going to want to watch this partial video, and then wait 6 weeks or whatever and watch the other part of it.
Right.
So we'd rather, for longevity purposes, we want it all to be in one video for people who want to kind of use our idea for building their own.
Right.
Yeah. Well, Wiley, I really enjoyed our dirty date.
Yeah.
Our trashy date, I mean.
Trashy date?
Yeah. I'd go on another trashy date with this guy.
First date in 4 years, and it turned out to be dumpster diving. How do you like that?
I mean, I'll take what I can get.
Don't let her fool you guys. It was her idea, okay? It was all her idea. But, you know, I got to go along with what she says, so there you go.
He won't let me drive his truck.
Yeah.
He was like...
I only went because she's not driving my truck.
He said, when I came up with the idea, I was like, hey, instead of delivering trash cans, why don't we just, like, it's Sunday night. People have been drinking Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Like, we hit the jackpot on Sundays. Of course, we probably need to find a more populated area. Next time, we probably need to go to, like, Fort Smith.
Yeah.
And dumpster dive. But I thought it was a great idea. Wiley didn't seem as excited about it as I was at all. But I was like, fine, I'll just take Michael and we can drive your truck. And he said, nope, not happening. Yeah. So he was stuck going, whether he wanted to or not.
Yeah, right.
Either way, we had fun.
Yeah.
We had some time alone without the kids, which was always nice.
Right.
It's nice to get away sometimes. What else we got, Wiley? Is that it?
I think that's it.
Yeah. So we probably won't be accomplishing too much over the next few days. Wiley was called to work, so hopefully that'll pan out.
Yeah.
And if not, then we'll be working on our door. We'll be working on the wall some more. And then there's a good chance we might be having to go to California to rescue my baby sister.
Right.
Because she's having a really, really rough time there. And
she's wanting to get out of California.
I don't blame her.
So, yeah, there's a good chance we're going to have to figure that out. We'll see.
So, yep.
So I'm going to be driving a dump truck pretty much all week from the sounds of it.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed, hopefully, because it'll be nice to have some income coming in.
We also went over to Joe over at Heavy Duty Life. We've been over at his house today.
Yep.
I'm brush hogging all his place. He's got about 5 acres over there, and I've been brush hogging it. I didn't get it all the way done, and that's whenever the dump truck guy calls me and says, hey, you want to work tomorrow? And so I had to talk to Joe. And so, I'm not sure when I'm going to get back over there to finish that, but I'm going to have to get back over there pretty quick to finish it because my tractor's over there.
And you had to weld our brush hog.
I had to weld the brush hog back together, and that didn't hold. So I'm actually going to take the welder over there because running the welder off of this 5,000 watt generator keeps blowing the breaker. So as soon as it starts getting hot enough to start welding good, it kicks the breaker.
And we're borrowing that generator from Anson and Gladys over at Ivy's Family Factotum. Thanks, guys. And we really don't want to tear it up. Yeah. So we don't want to push it too far.
So Joe actually has electricity. I'll be able to take the welder over there and you run it off his electricity. Hopefully it works a lot better. Mm-hmm. And I'll get better penetration while I'm welding on that thing and maybe be able to get it welded back up and
hopefully go. Tell them the problem with it, why you have to weld it.
Well, it's kind of hard to explain. But, so the arms...
It's a 3-point attachment.
Yeah, the 3-point attachment where your 2 arms on the bottom hook up. It's got a plate that goes down and bolts to the front of the brush hog. And that's been broke out and it's spreading apart. So it causes my arms to push out against my tires.
So when you're driving, it's like tearing up our tires.
Yeah, so I've got to pull that all back together and weld that all back together, and that way it keeps the arms off my tires. Not that big of a deal if you pay attention while you're using it, but if you turn the wrong way, it runs that arm right into your tire.
You're pretty much stuck with like left-hand turns only.
Yeah, pretty much. So anyway, I got to get it welded all back up, get over there, get it all welded back up, and get his lawn finished sometime this week. But I'm not 100% sure if I'm working tomorrow yet because, there's just a variable there that I may or may not work tomorrow, but I will probably be working the rest of the week, whether or not I work tomorrow. Hopefully I can get over there, get Joe finished up tomorrow, then go to work on Tuesday. That would be absolutely perfect. Mm-hmm. That would make me very happy. And but we'll see. I just heard my phone go off. That may be telling me one way or the other. But anyway,
yeah, right.
We need to get off here because I'm hungry.
That means I gotta go cook dinner.
She's the cook, so yeah.
I'm also the video editor and producer, and all that stuff too. So I got my work cut out for me. I still got a full night's worth of work. So we better get off here and stop talking.
Right.
But we really appreciate you guys for following along. Please stick around. We're going to have some really exciting videos coming out as soon as we wrap up these projects. The smoker is almost done, and the door still has some work. We have gotten a lot of great suggestions from you guys about how to attach the rock at the bottom of the door. I think the best option we have right now is using liquid nails, and then also making kind of a mesh, something out of chicken wire and screws or something, and doing something along those lines, because we have the liquid nails on hand, we have screws, we have mud, we have rocks. We're trying not to spend money on this project because now we got to put all of our money into our suburban.
Yeah.
So the idea of the faux rocks is a really good idea.
Very good idea.
Except we're really trying not to spend money on this project.
Right.
The idea of using styrofoam and carving it out to look like rocks is a really cool idea too. But with kids and pets, I really don't think that would last that long.
Yeah.
So I think that's a really cool idea for a lower traffic area. Especially
when you have, an inside dog, that the way she knocks is to scratch on the door.
Yeah.
So
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't think that would last very long. But anyway, so we've got some exciting projects coming up. Sorry that this is another, mostly talking video. But we just wanted to kind of catch you guys up on it.
But our daily updates have always been talking videos. I mean, obviously that person hasn't followed our channel for very long. So, yeah. I mean.
Yeah. Whatever. Whatever. It didn't hurt our feelings none.
Nope.
But anyway, all right, we love you guys, and Wiley, this is the end of the video. What do you say?
As always, work hard, stay humble, and love God.
Amen.